We've got a whole lot going on today, from Bit Digital to IREN. Huge news coming out across the board. I think I need to make a correction to IREN. Can't remember. I may have said something yesterday, but I'll bring in the real facts today. Then we've got the economic calendar looking interesting. We're going to look at the 10-year, 3-month spread, and then we're going to talk about Tesla. All right, so Tuesday, we've got a whole lot of Feds coming out. Okay, we had the optimism index come out today, this morning. That came out lower than expected. Okay, I mean, who's optimistic right now? Pretty much no one. All right, moving on. We had Fed President Beth Hammack spoke already this morning. Then we've got Jay Powell speaking in about 45 minutes. Then we've got President Dolly, Williams, and Bowman all speaking today. The Fed is going hard with the microphone. That is the third tool that nobody talks about, is the Fed microphone. They can adjust rates all day long, but that microphone hits hardest, and they're going to be on the horn right now today, just destroying our portfolio or pumping them up, but I'm expecting it's probably not going to be great. We'll see. Whatever Jay Powell, like around 10 a.m. this morning, when Jay Powell is talking, we'll kind of get a feel for what the market thinks of what the Feds are saying and whether or not they care. So keep your eyes on that. If you see some weird, wonky stuff go through on any trades that you've got open at 7 a.m., well, Jay Powell might have just said something in Congress. All right, so let's take a look at the 10-year, 3-month spread. This was the scary one, the one that I said that if it got back up over 0.6, I'd be considering selling a lot of my stock. And look what it did. It went up to 4.2 and came all the way back down to 0.1, which was great. We saw a nice rally on everything for that, and now it is going back up again. It's peaking back up again, but it's not so bad. It's not accelerating. I mean, as long as it fails somewhere around 0.3, this is pretty chill. As long as it doesn't make a higher high. It did make a lower low though, so it's making lower lows and lower highs right now, as you can see just on this chart that's trending downward. So that's great. I don't necessarily want to see it re-invert, but I'd like to see it stay kind of like flat where it is for a while and see what it does. Okay. So this one, nothing to be scared of right now. Nothing to be scared of right there right now. Okay. The next news, Bit Digital, it looks like they are actually now successfully going to spin off their HPC business. They've talked about this many times because they're not happy with the fact that they're not getting the valuation that they deserve for their HPC and Bitcoin business and Ethereum-based business. And so now they are going to spin it off, and they are spinning it off to White Fiber. We don't know when this is going to be official yet, but they have recently started the new Twitter page. They started talking about White Fiber. White Fiber is going to be the HPC side of their business. So don't be surprised if at some point you wake up in the morning and your BTBT is down huge, but you have this new ticker for White Fiber in your account, making up what you had lost from Bit Digital over the night. So that is what we're looking here. We're paying attention to that. Would I invest in White Fiber personally? Probably not. To be honest, if I'm looking for a pure HPC play, even the pure HPC plays I've looked at before, like Applied Digital, I probably wouldn't be buying into those right now. They're just, I'm not sure how they're going to compete with the hyperscalers that are going to be spending $300 billion accumulating all of the available NVIDIA chips, as well as the government up to $500 billion buy in AI investment. And then also you had France coming out yesterday talking about France also investing another 100 billion or so into AI infrastructure and development in Europe. So will these companies be able to, like, where's their place in this? I'm not so sure. So I'm probably not going to be too interested in it, to be honest. And that is one of the reasons I'm kind of moving away from Bit Digital. I like a lot of the things that they have done, but there's some clear risks to the profits I've already locked in there. So I might just be taking that and walking away. We'll see. I haven't done it yet. I've reduced my position significantly in Bit Digital over the last couple of weeks, as I've been mentioning on the channel. I am still very much interested in Ethereum, which is their big thing, but I can buy ETH, which is a 2x Ethereum fund, and get 100% from Ethereum just moving back up to the previous highs of this cycle, whereas Bit Digital really didn't get that kind of a benefit from its Ethereum, and that's basically where I am right now. But they are spinning off. So if you're excited, you're still like gung-ho Bit Digital. They're splitting it off into multiple businesses, it looks like, at this point. All right. IREN. I think I said the earnings were today, but that was not correct. It is tomorrow. It is February 12th. Today's Tuesday. February 12th is Wednesday. They have their earnings call tomorrow. And honestly, I think it's going to be great. And why do I think it's going to be great? Because CleanSpark had pretty good earnings. And CleanSpark, now, they get their... So they get to count the Bitcoin that they hold on their balance sheet, the appreciation of that as towards their earnings per share. So they didn't really sell any of it, which means they didn't really make any money, which means that positive EPS isn't really totally actually realized in there. Okay, for CleanSpark. IREN sells their Bitcoin. IREN is more efficient than CleanSpark. IREN has a very similar exahash to CleanSpark. Let's go ahead and just go back to this page and look at that real quick. See if it'll load real quick. IREN has been selling that Bitcoin. So that is locked in realized gains when they come in profitable. And they come in profitable off of locked in realized gains on their Bitcoin. Now they might be paying tax on that, and that's a whole other thing. But that's very exciting. So IREN currently hashing with 31 exahash. They have plans on expanding that to 57 in 2025, which would eclipse CleanSpark overall in that. So I'm expecting to see it continue to climb a bit higher here this week as we go into earnings. I'm expecting earnings to be a decent pop upward. I'm expecting it to get at least to this green line, perhaps about that green line, which would be from today, assuming that it stays at current price right now, that'd be a 23% pop, which is about in line with what CleanSpark did, but I'm expecting them to actually exceed CleanSpark ever so slightly because their gains are realized. They're on the books for IREN in that respect. So I think that IREN's going to come out on top here with that earnings report. I don't think earnings is always like a super big deal, but I think that the fact that CleanSpark was profitable, IREN is more efficient. They hash with not quite the same amount, but a similar. They're like 25% less than CleanSpark in terms of their exahash, but they are quite efficient and profitable, and they will likely be profitable. So I'm expecting it to come up to my green line here, at least test this high of about 1580, maybe exceed it ever so slightly, and then proceed to see it give a bit of a sell-off, just like CleanSpark has off of its earnings announcement there. Okay, so that's basically it for the miners right now. Is there anything I really want to look at real quick? Anything that stands out? Not really. I believe Mara also has earnings very, very soon. This is why I didn't want to do this. The internet is so slow. It's just painfully slow, the internet lately. I'm about to switch over to Tesla and talk about that instead because this is not loading at all. Okay, anyways, let's move over to Tesla. Let's talk about Tesla real quick. So I wanted to talk about Tesla. So Tesla, pre-market, it's down to 346. That's not good. We hit our target, actually. So we hit our little area here. We hit our area here. Let me do this. Boom. All right. We hit our little box, and we're actually getting towards the bottom of our little box. In fact, we're going to open up beneath that box there. So that means we might come all the way down to this line about 335. We could very likely hit the 100-day moving average on Tesla. We might even dip a little bit beneath it. When was the last time we interacted with that thing? That was back on October 2024. We dipped just below the 100 and took off. Last time before that, we dipped just below the 100 and did what? Took off. We went from 182 to 264. The time before that, we kind of hung out down on it for a while, but once we finally got back above the 100-day moving average, we moved from 179 all the way up to almost $300. So that 100 is a big mover for Tesla. It's a big, big mover for Tesla. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that. Maybe go ever so slightly below it, maybe even into the 320s. And then see it recover quickly back into a high level there. So Tesla, I've been slowly accumulating my Tesla now. So I started slowly accumulating Tesla as soon as it hit 350 yesterday. And today I'll likely begin to accumulate a little bit more. So Tesla, honestly, once we see that Elon is focused back solely on Tesla, is no longer messing around with Doge, and we see, especially if they get the FSD licensing out to legacy automakers, that's going to be huge. They roll out the first robo taxis, and that goes off without any major scandals or anything like that, then we're going to see Tesla back way up in the 400s, 500s, maybe even 600s. So if you like Tesla at 480, 490 range, you should probably love it down here at 345 because really nothing's changed. All that's changed is Elon is currently distracted by his current newest, shiniest toy, which is being the axe for government budgets. So he's having fun there. But as soon as he's done, I see this thing coming rocketing back. But of course, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. With that said, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.